Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Srini here, and this is my channel details. So you can just go ahead and subscribe to it and hit the bell to get notifications. So you can see a lot of different playlists in my channel on different topics: Java, Selenium, API automation, Python with Selenium. So you can learn all of these different technology topics free of cost. It's not at all chargeable, and you can even ask me if you want me to prepare any video on the same. So I'll be happy to help you. So today we're going to look at a topic which is the most asked question by major manual testers, that how do we switch from manual testing to automation testing? And I do understand why this question has such an importance here, because today in the job market there is a lot of demand for automation testing, and there would be a lot of people who would want to switch to this line. And given the situation and the competition which we are having, it's not going to be that easy. But still, is it possible? Is it Can it happen? Like, we can switch from manual to automation? We are going to learn from this particular video. So these are going to be my key focus areas. How can you plan to switch from manual testing to automation testing? And second frequently asked question is it too late, and is it possible to switch right now? So I'm going to discuss on the same. And the last point which I'm going to cover is, if yes, then what is that we have to cover, or what is that we need to do if we can switch to automation testing? So I hope this session would be very useful to you all. Do watch it till the end and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet. So let's get started. So to answer the first question, how do you plan from switching from manual to automation testing? See, every particular role switch would require some kind of a good preparation. It's not impossible. It is difficult right now. If you ask me the second question, yes, it is difficult right now, seeing how the market is and seeing the situation, because we have got very limited positions available right now, because you are all are aware of what's going on around the world. So there are very less job openings and there is good competition, and even if you get the job offer, we are not sure if we are going to actually get the job when we appear for the when you actually wait for the particular date to join the company. So we have to be very careful here when we are planning to switch. So I would say, if you are having a secure job and if you are doing good in that job, if everyone is satisfied with your way you're working, please do continue with your current job. Don't plan to switch right now. This is not the time to switch. But if in case you don't have a job, you're eagerly looking for a job, then yes, if you want to switch from manual to automation, this particular video is going to be very helpful for you. So I would be giving you all tips on how to prepare for that, and this transition is possible, but it will need some strict discipline and self learning. And you can even look at the tips which I'm going to show you right now. It's not that difficult. It's just that you need some proper learning plan established and you can achieve it. So let's look at what needs to be done to switch to automation. Yes, it is possible to switch right now. It's just that it needs more efforts, and we are there. I mean, everyone is there to help you all, so no need to worry. So let's get started. So I'm going to share one document here with you all. I've prepared some pointers as to what has to be done. Let me increase the size of it. So if you follow these pointers, it's not going to be difficult for you all to switch to automation. First thing is that self belief. Believe me, even I was a manual tester at some point of time when I started my career in IT industry. But you can see where I've come across. So now, I mean, I've come across different stages, and now I'm an automation lead in a reputed IT company. Even I conduct tuitions for different topics, be it API automation testing, Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python, right? So I've got a lot of topics for which I take tuitions as well, and I have this YouTube channel as well. So if you see what I'm sticking to or what I have done so far, even I've switched from manual to automation testing. So if I can do it, anyone else can also do it, right? It's not that difficult. You should just believe that you can do it. That self belief is the most important thing. You should not have any kind of a negative feelings or kind of a fear coming to your mind that it's not possible right now, there is a lot of competition, or it's not that easy for us to learn automation. It's not that. It's very simple. It's just that you have to have some good self discipline and some good proper learning schedule. So that's going to be my second point. You need to have a proper strict learning schedule. Once you have put down a plan that, okay, daily I have to invest 1 hour, just put at least 1 hour in learning any good popular programming language. So we have popular programming languages which I have identified as Java, Python, and C Sharp. Now, the reason I've identified these three is because they are also going to go in line with any automation tool. Majority of the automation tool would be able to support these programming languages. You need to at least master, and when I say master means at least you should know the core concepts. The core concepts of these particular programming languages you should be aware of. I'm not saying you should be a very excellent programmer and able to do all the advanced stuffs, etc. At least basics of how to use a syntax, etc., and all the functionality. Like example, in Java you can go for core Java, no need to know advanced Java. For Python, go for basics of Python, no need to go that much in detail. Similarly for C Sharp as well, you don't have to be master in any programming language. That's the prerequisite, that you need to know one programming language to know the basic concepts completely. And for that, Java we can refer core Java, right? And Python we can refer to basics of Python, and C Sharp similarly. So once you have established a proper learning schedule, this will take some time. Okay, this is not going to be that quick that you imagine, okay, let's start preparing now and next month I'm ready to go and appear for interview. It's not that easy. It's going to take some time. But if you start today, within 2 to 3 months, you will be giving yourself a chance. So you have to take that chance in such a difficult situation. If you are indeed looking for a job, or you're eager to switch very quickly, then you have to prepare it this way. Let's look at the third point. Third point is that once you have done some good sufficient, you've given some sufficient like 1 to 2 months of time at least to prepare well, right? Then you can go for practicing some online quiz and tests. Now this is what even I had done, frankly speaking. When I had started my career in IT, I had to learn different programming languages, and I had to take my own time to understand it. And you have to practice a lot. It's not like it's difficult, it's just that every programming language is in its own different, and I would say syntax is different, and it has just got vast number of topics actually. So to cover the vast number of topics, we have to go one by one. We can't learn everything as a whole together quickly. It will take some time. So you have to go one topic at a time, practice on that, give some online quiz and test. There are so many websites available today which gives you mock quiz or mock test kind of a thing, and you can also evaluate after you've given it what is the result or why your answer was wrong. It will give you explanation also. So there are so many such good sites available. So that is the next thing which you should do. Go for topic by topic, attempt the online quiz so that you get the confidence, or you get those concepts which were not clarified, and then go to the next topic. So once you have done for all the topics of any programming language, you are good to go for the next point. So the next point is to attempt some free online mock exams and to get good practice before you actually appear for certification exam. So my point here is that anything which you are learning, you should give certification for that. There are a lot of reasons for the same. I'll explain you how it helps you. So these certification exams are like basically going to certify that you have completed so and so language or course certification. So one important advantage is that you can put it in your resume. You can speak it in front of the interviewer that I've cleared so and so certification. Third most important thing is it gives you confidence, because many a times when you prepare on your own, or even if you go to a tutor to learn some course, it is not going to give you that much confidence until you practice on your own and you have cleared the exam. That clearing the exam feeling is so special that you will get that confidence, and you will drive that confidence to go and learn other topics also. So I would strictly recommend go and appear for online certification exam. So that's the next point. You have to schedule your online exams. So it's not enough to say, okay, I will give certification exam, let's say for Java or for Selenium automation tool or any other particular language or tool for that matter. It is not enough. You have to schedule it. Only when you give yourself some time, like 3 months, I have scheduled the exam, I've taken the appointment, I've paid the fees. That will give you how much time you have got left to prepare on your own. And you know that you have paid money, so you have to prepare well so that you can make most of it and you get the certification in your hand. right? The certificate in your hand. That's what matters the most, right? So that confidence, that learning process is so important that it will take you much further in your career. So that's my fifth point. Sixth point is that you can pick up any one automation tool which is like popular these days, like Selenium, Catalan Studio, UFT, and there are many other tools like Selenium WebDriver IO. There are many such tools available in the market, and if you are looking for some API automation tools, then you are having Rest Assured, right? You are having HTTP client. There are so many popular things available in the market, and yes, you have one more important thing: Selenium plus Python binding is also very popular these days. So if you have learned Python as one of the programming language, you can go for Selenium plus Python as one combined skill set. That's so critical to know these days, right? So you can learn either of these tools: Selenium, Caton Studio, UFT, Selenium WebDriver, IO, API automation, right? And you can learn it through some course. Now this course has to be either an online course like in YouTube, or you can go and approach a tutor like even I take tuitions, or you can learn it on your own. Okay, so I can just put all the options here: learn on your own. It depends on how critical or how important you feel that you can uh, go across these different topics, how comfortable you are with either of these three options. It's up to you how you want to decide it, but just take either of the flow and learn one automation tool thoroughly. Then I would say it's not that difficult to understand completely one automation tool if you have learned one programming language thoroughly and if you had good practice. Those two things are important prerequisites for you to start any automation testing learning on your own, right? And because this, if you have learned any one programming language properly, it will not be difficult for you to learn any new automation tool. And then I would say go for online certification exam for the tools also. So this, when I said it was for one of the programming languages, now I'm asking you all to go for online certification of the tool which you have done some good practice and you've got full course completed. After you've done some good practice, go and schedule the online certification exam, and this also you can put in your resume. So just see the value which adds it to your profile. You have done certification in programming language, you've done certification in your automation tool, you have done a lot of practice, you've gone over the entire learning process. So whenever you appear for interview, it brings that confidence in your answers, in your body language, the way you speak, the way you approach and you answer the questions. It just makes a huge difference. You can just experience for yourself. I have experience for my own, and I have appeared for so many interviews, and even I take interviews for multiple role levels, right? So this is how it helps you. These certification exams help you to grow in your career, and it gives you that confidence. So that's all I've got today for my session. So I hope you like today's session, and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you so much.